Hi, my name is Ify. Today we are going to talk about 5 things you should start doing in 2024. Notice that I said 5 things you should start doing. I didn't say 5 things you should start doing. Because you know this idea of New Year resolution, when people want to write down the list of things they want to stop doing, and hardly do they meet into this list. So what that means is that you can keep to who you are, but you need to reintroduce yourself into things you should start doing. Let's focus on health. If you don't have a good health, you would never have a good life. Your good health puts you in a position to enjoy life, to receive life, and to express life. How often you drink water. And the fact that your body contains 80% of water puts you in a place that you need to always fill in your body by drinking lots of water. People are beginning to do remote jobs. People sit at home to order things. They don't need to go to work. They don't need to go to market. You can stay at home and order your foods. Do all you want to do online. And this puts you in a place where your body does not really exercise. So you're going to start exercising. Now, when we talk about exercising, it doesn't mean you getting so active and going to marathon or even register to the gym. No, that's not even necessary. What is more important is that you need to have the drive, that you need to keep the body moving. You learn to introduce yourself to how to start taking a walk. Like someone like me, I can't run marathon. I can simply start taking a walk. I can take as long as 2 hours or 3 hours walk. Take 1.5 hours on my go and 1.5 hours coming back. This helps me a lot to rejuvenate myself. Learn to do this at least 3-4 times in a week, because you need to get the blood going. You need to get the heart pumping. You need every part of your body to stay tacked. It means that you don't need to overindulge yourself into some physical exercises. All you need to do is simply accept that this body has to be working, because this body is meant to be working. Come back home and have a beautiful sleep. That's what good exercise does to you. And this leads me to sleep. People sleep these days 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, in a whole 24 hours. Doing what with the rest of the hours? Walking, chatting, doing things that really don't matter. You need to put your body down, at least have 6 to 8 hours sleep. I sleep for 6 hours, and every time my body gets to that 6 hours, I naturally open my eyes. So you work with your body and know how long your body wants to rest, because if you don't rest your body will force you and pin you down to rest, and that could be rushing you to the hospital. You don't want to go through that. And that takes me to making your tummy happy. What do you put in your mouth? What do you eat? Now we have a whole lot of artificial introduced foods, and this whole thing has poor potential on our system. Scientists have made it clear that you are what you eat. You are what you drink. So when you don't take out time to discover organic foods, foods grown at home, if you have a backyard, start growing little things for yourself. Your own homegrown tomatoes, your own homegrown vegetables. Plant little things and feed on those things, and not things that are highly artificially made, because your body gets better when it can connect with nature. Buy organic products. You use organic products, rub them, use them in your hair, in your body, every part of your body. It's not just about the longevity or how long you lived here. It's about how active you are while you lived here. Some people actually lived for 85 years, but maybe for the past 15 or 20 years, they've been in and out of the hospital. They were never themselves. They didn't even enjoy the things that are meant to be enjoyed in this life. There's so many things you're meant to enjoy. But when you are so sick, if you are so disconnected because you are not healthy, let's move to social media. How much time do you spend on social media? Now, people are beginning to have role models on social media, following people's lifestyle, paying attention to what people do and to be how they are. Unfortunately or unfortunately, I don't know what I could say. It is fortunately or unfortunately, social media platforms now rewards you for the content that you create. And then we tend to draw our entertainment, information, and education on social media. But it is you who has to tell yourself when it is okay to stop, when to stop absorbing, taking in so much, so much, so much. Because when you pay more attention to the external things, you are losing who you are on the inside. Now, that takes us to self-compassion. Being compassionate with yourself starts with you knowing who you are. Because you must have to love yourself unconditionally. Because when you love yourself unconditionally, you realize that there is no judgment when there is unconditional love. You cannot judge yourself for the mistakes you make. You cannot judge yourself for that silly act. You didn't even know what come over you and you do what you did. You tend to forgive yourself. You know, the preaching has always been about you forgiving other people, forgive them for what they do. The preaching hasn't been you forgiving yourself. But today is about you forgiving yourself. Spend time quietly by yourself, at least 20 minutes. When I started doing these things, I started getting connected with myself. I don't just want to hear anything. I simply want to hear myself in my own silence, because silence actually speaks. So what I do is to be in the present moment. Enjoy and feel everything. It doesn't matter how you feel, because you are not exactly what happens outside of you. You are not exactly your emotion. You are more than that. And it is in spending time by yourself that you remember who you've forgotten yourself to be, because you actually know who you are. It's simply because you are here and there are so many distractions and you forgot who you are. It is by feeling yourself that you can be felt by other people. One secret tiny thing that we neglect is journaling. You see, these days people don't like writing things. We type a lot on the internet, type or use the keyboards. You write down your thoughts, you write down your ideas, you write down what you think about events, your plans. Journaling is very therapeutic, because there's difference between you forgetting what happened to you and you actually being healed. Journaling will help you to heal. You can actually be passive about what happened to you and realize that the wound is still fresh. And any little thing can spark it up. Any little thing can be a trigger. You'll be like, why are you doing this? But when you journal and when you pay attention to your feelings and be present, you heal. And when any trigger comes, you laugh at it, because it's something you've gotten over, you've done with it, you are good, and life goes on. And then start meditation. You see, we are fast in this era. This is 2024. When people wake up in the morning, the first thing they do is to grab their phone. But at that early stage, when you just wake up from sleep, is the best time for you to stay still and do some meditation. Just sit there for 20 minutes. Sit there for 20 minutes. You don't need to do anything. And keep doing it. Over time, your mind would learn to understand actually what it means for you to be in the absolute state of silence. And then you start healing, you start absorbing peace, you start feeling peaceful. There's something about you that will change. Your presence will be more felt, your aura will be more felt, and you are getting better, because this 2024, this is the age and time of truth. Then again, you start learning how to go and meet a therapist. A therapist could help you to have a different perception. Your life gets better because you start changing your mindset. You start growing from there. Again, learn to have a book you read. We don't read books. You don't need to read a book or finish a book in 2-3 days. No, you can get a book and read it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even 1 month. That's okay. It is not easy to wake up and say no. Everyone can join. Everyone can join the group. Everyone can say yes. But when you learn to say no, you are self-defining. You know who you are. You know already whose you are. You know that this is not what is working for me. And don't say no and start explaining why you say it. Simply say no, because you need to learn to say more no's than you can say yes. Saying no would save you so much. So if you have listened to me to this place, that means we have connected and you like this content. If you do, and if this content has helped you in any way or form, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it to anyone it could help. And thank you for watching this video, and see you on my next video.